Howdy, it's Sven, Full Spectrum Cycling. Just a quick introduction to this video, our second, show number 241. It went pretty well in some respects and not so great in other respects. It's actually going to start this by saying, oops, I did it again. And that is forgetting to turn on the Rodecaster, and in this case also Adobe Audition, which we use as a backup. So what you're going to hear as the audio will be the third backup, and boy, do I recommend doing that, because sometimes you just forget or things don't go right with one of the recordings. Will be the call-in studio recording, which is a lot like recording a telephone call. Sorry about that. We did some stuff better. We got the sync with the audio and the video. We got rid of the green boxes, forgot to close the curtain. So we're still learning. Next week, I think we'll have a little bit different setup. Maybe do the same one and try and get it right for once. But this certainly taught me to get my checklist in order to make sure I turn on the Rodecaster, because boy, howdy, is that audio good, and the call-in studio stuff isn't so great. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the show. We got Justin, unicycle rider that Tony met at UWM, and just the general banter from the boys. Show number 241. See you next week.
That's about enough of that intro music right there. Right. Wait. Hey, everybody. It's Full Spectrum Cycling. This is show number 241, or video show number 2. You'd think we would have done this earlier, wouldn't you?
Can we change the intro for next week's show?
Why? Get it
on? 242, man.
I don't know. Do you have rights to it? Can we play it?
We can play like 8 seconds of it, can't we?
Probably.
Like that?
Yeah, there's, like I said, nobody listens to the show anyway. So what are they going to do? Sue us for nobody listening?
Yeah, vocalize it.
No.
Kind of like
get an MP3. We'll see what happens.
The Oakley Dokleys, who said they were creating a cover band for Ned Flanders just because they wanted Matt Groening's signature, whether it was in a cease and desist or not.
Nice.
All right, so today we got Tony.
Yep.
We got JK.
Hi.
Splitting the uprights. Justin.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Hi.
Briefly met you on one of the Shiver West 24 practice laps and rode with you. Do you always ride a unicycle? Question number one. He was riding a unicycle.
So I've been riding a unicycle for about 10 years now. I started when I was in about 8th grade.
He's young, folks.
I'm 22. I go to UW Milwaukee.
Right on.
Mechanical engineering. But back to unicycles. So I got a unicycle for Christmas that year because I wanted one, and I'd never seen anyone ride one before, and I was like, oh, it sounds like a cool thing to do. And I got one, and I learned how to ride it on my icy driveway. Ice everywhere. Like it was the year where it had rained and then froze, so the entire driveway was just one sheet of ice. I learned on that. It took me 2 days without anyone showing me how or any videos or anything.
Freak! That's incredible. That's balance, man.
Yeah. That's I think quicker than most, but probably so was your first one like just a Schwinn?
It was a Torker unicycle.
Okay. Yep. Right on.
It was red. It was great. I had it for about 3 or 4 years. No, it actually lasted me like 6 years. And then I snapped the crank off of it from jumping around on it too much.
So now you ride more durable, or are they made specifically for tricks, or riding more radical, as the kids say?
My unicycle currently is a Nimbus 2. I think it's just Nimbus 2. And it's a 26-inch unicycle. Definitely more durable than a Torker, in my opinion. And I use it mostly for commuting, but it can definitely withstand doing some tricks. I do some jumping around. I like jumping off of curbs. I like going down stair sets on it. I've tried doing different spin tricks on it, but I always end up hurting myself.
So it would happen immediately.
I'm hurting myself thinking.
I saw his Nimbus at the Union when I was having lunch with Molly, and I took a picture of it and sent to Wayne Nadelsky, and his response within a minute was, I broke those because he's a little bit of a lunatic. Love
Right
it.
on. Well, let's talk about the Milwaukee Minute, and then we'll talk more about unicycles, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you put in this Facebook group link to the
Isn't that
North
hilarious?
Avenue Planters Carnage?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I joined that one. Independent of it being in here. Somebody else just threw that up.
Who set that crap up? I mean, it's just
I don't know. It's
we
great,
set
though.
this up because this has to stop. It's
Well,
so bad.
but it's
Some of the pictures, they're so good.
But I mean, it's how it comes out is being like, oh, stop the cars from. But it has like an undercurrent of this is just damn unsafe and it's putting cyclists at risk. Which not
Bullshit.
not really.
Yeah, they have things that you can.
It's bringing to attention how
Handlebar
shitty the
thingy.
drivers are. So
True. I think that's.
Yeah, I
obviously
cannot. I don't feel bad about all the cars that are being destroyed. Holy
Yeah.
shit, there's some cars getting destroyed.
I don't know. It's more stuff to just to stare at, not really.
Yeah.
How's it navigating those planters with a unicycle, Justin?
I don't actually ride my unicycle in the bike lane. I stay on the sidewalks because I feel like I'm slow enough that I can navigate around people well enough, and I don't feel safe enough to ride that thing in the road.
Oh,
I
sure.
feel way more exposed going at such a slow speed in the road than I would on a bike.
Yeah, when we were doing the practice lap, you were spinning pretty good.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a harder ride for me actually.
You don't ride a unicycle to go fast,
Right.
Well, at least most people don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because on the Santa rampage, I ran into a buddy of mine from old radio days, and he was riding with a guy on a unicycle and the penny farthing.
Oh wow.
And it was like I didn't know those were the two I was meeting up with for that leg of the ride. I'm like, okay, well let's take the alley ride, and they're both like, I'm like, no, actually, for you guys, it probably will be better. I shit you not, but they didn't follow me. But
So the only way to go fast
Nobody
on a
trusts
unicycle,
Michael.
besides spinning faster, is have a bigger wheel.
Bigger wheels.
Yeah, there's no.
Technically, there's the slump 2-speed.
Is there a gear?
There's the kick gear 2-speed hub that you can put on them.
So how do you kick back without crashing?
Use your heels according to Wayne because he's got one. They're also like
That's like a fixed hub.
it's a hub that has a 2-speed gear ratio change. They're also ungodly expensive. They're over $1,000 for just a hub.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, you got to have a. But I have heard that some.
He has a disc brake on his bike too.
He also has a hydraulic disc brake. But I have heard that there are bicycle companies looking into this because you can make it a freewheel, and then you have two front. You have two chain rings basically, but with a straight line. It's kind of a neat idea, but it's way too expensive.
Sounds like you're making a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. Yeah,
True that.
that kind of thing. What that
riding in perpetual wheelie form, kind of.
Maybe.
I could see there being a 2-speed unicycle with if you have a tall unicycle where you have a chain from your pedals to the wheel.
Sure.
Where you're pedaling in the bottom bracket there, that's one gear, and there's a different gear ratio in the bottom, and then like you said, have two different gears. So like when you pedal forward at the top, it would spin. It would turn the right gear with actuating it, and then on the left side, it would just be free coasting. And then if you were to pedal backwards, then it would engage on the left and then not the right.
That first of all, how the hell can you ride pedaling backwards? I'm a foolish descent and therefore have no talent whatsoever, and that would cause me to crash.
Right on.
I also have a Schwinn unicycle, which I suck at. He has a tall unicycle too.
Yeah, I have a 5-foot tall one.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, I can ride backwards and I can idle. One time I was on a ride with my 5-foot tall one, just ran around downtown Milwaukee on Water Street. Middle of winter, I think it was last year.
All right.
And I was just stopped in the middle of the busy road on Water Street, which cars went both ways next to me. And I'm just idling in the middle there, waiting for a way to get across.
Yikes. That sounds scary.
Excellent.
Kind of waiting for the people to can I slow down and stop and gawk at you? Okay, now my opening. Boom.
Yep,
Go.
Yeah.
Right on. So I was just going to bring up this. Remember, last week I talked about being in that TV commercial thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was shot at
Dun, dun.
the 1000 North Water Street building,
Yep.
Dun, dun.
which is tall and has that archy window way at the top of it.
Oh, is that where you were? I've been there.
Yeah, guess what's up in that arch window, though?
Groups.
Nothing. It's like a lunchroom.
Yeah, I know that.
It's not like the CEO's office
Yeah,
with
they
his
used
desk,
to be one of my clients.
like with his desk to the back and just
Yeah.
looking out.
Right. No.
And so above it in what looks like a 30-year-old apartment part of a building. Above that window is this courtroom. It was built for the Big Blue trial. I don't know if you guys remember when the crane fell. And, when they were building Miller Park. And they built it to practice because it was $600 million or something that was on the line. So they wanted to practice. And they've used it after that for like classes and stuff. But it was just weird that like it was above, it was higher, but it was like really crappy in there. Except for the courtroom part, which was okay.
Right.
But
is that where they did the shooting?
that's where they did the commercial, yeah. But that was just weird that they, obviously, if you're going for that much money, you could afford to build a whole practice courtroom. But it was like a full-on judge bench and everything, you know.
Will your commercial be in the show notes?
It's not up yet. I don't know. I would think it would come out around March Madness time.
But filming, principal photography is complete.
Principal photography is complete, yes. Thanks, John Prudlow, for doing that and getting us on that shoot.
No, it's in the editing room.
Yeah. It's on
This is where all the magic happens.
all the parts with me in it are on the floor already.
What was the commercial for?
Murphy and Procthauser, it's a law firm.
Oh, okay.
Personal injury law firm.
Cool.
I don't know. They paid me, so I went and did it. I don't care.
I do think that
Plus-
too whenever you say Proctor.
I know. It's like Dr. Jellyfinger. What?
Plus, I may need a personal injury lawyer at some point.
Hopefully not.
Right on.
I've been hit so many times by a car, and I still.
We didn't get hit by a car when we went down to see the WMSE art auction.
I didn't win a damn thing.
Oh, man, I went into battle. Oh, did I go into battle?
Is it against me? I'm sorry if it was.
No, I don't think so. Was it Brian Ritchie?
No.
Okay, then.
Oh,
I went Von Munz.
No.
So WMSE had a benefit on Friday. It's art, 12-inch by 12-inch art pieces, and then it's silent auction. And
well, it's not
several
silent.
of them. Well, I mean, you are technically bidding silently. Yes, it is, Greg.
Well, it's not, because if a silent auction is you put in a number and you walk away.
Yeah.
This is somebody outbids you, you bid again.
Yeah, true that.
It's
true
an
that.
eBay.
Okay.
Right. It's eBay.
Yeah, it's eBay. But yeah, some of the stuff went for big money.
Yeah,
that chess set, which was really baller cool.
Yeah, and it started
Especially
really
up
low.
front. Yeah.
Everybody had the same freaking idea.
It sat there forever. And then, Greg, I walked by it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there it goes.
I know. I was watching that thing skyrocket.
I want a chess set.
And the checker set.
The checker set was also, that took a little longer. The Tesla painting.
Yeah, but that was number one.
Like, what did that
Front
go
and
for?
center.
1,500.
It was like
Well,
$1,500.
There's 1,000 at the start of the auction.
I
start
quit.
of the event.
I hit EVM to $200, and that held for about an hour. And then I started to get nervous. I was buying. I have to tell Molly I bought a $200 painting by Von Munz, and then someone else.
Well, I wanted to only win one thing, but I bid on 5.
You want 4?
I won 2.
Yeah.
Which is okay because they were both good ones. But
Wasn't Brian Ritchie, was it?
no.
Okay.
No.
Find out that goddamn Brian Ritchie. Brian Ritchie on drugs. Do you know how cool that damn thing was? It was a picture recovered from a fire. They put it on the thing. It was cool as hell. You got to 150. 150 was this, like, because there were 3 I was going to bid on. And so I was like, okay, 55 at each. Okay, if I just go to 1, about 150.
Right.
That was intense. Yeah, and then we went from there got to see Corey's band just in time, more or less. Had 1 beer.
It's true. One quick thing about the art auction. If you remember the lady painting, Renee.
Yeah, Renee.
She's our building mate. She has her studio like literally Bebeau. She has her studio like 100 feet down the hallway.
Oh, a couple times.
It's like just kind of bizarre.
Well, yeah, and
we got to see Victor De Lorenza.
Yeah.
And doesn't John K. something have space here?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Kowalczyk or something?
Yeah, that does not ring a bell. But I know most people in the building, but not everyone. Plus, there's everybody. There's across the driveway and all sorts of stuff around here. But anyway, yeah, so that was cool. Building mates being in the show. While 1913 is the band that Victor's in with a cello player. I do not recall her name.
And a couple other people, too.
Yeah, cello and keyboard.
Named after the 1913 Stradivarius that she plays.
That's got to be a pricey.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a Stradivarius cello? Huh, oh, there you go.
I think so. I mean,
it's definitely an old
I said
cello.
it pretty confidently. I think it very confidently, but I'm not
seeing him alive. I thought he was in the 1600s.
It's like 2 years younger than my house. Wait, 4 years younger than my house.
Right on. So while you're riding your unicycle around, Justin, this weekend, did you see the Wienermobile anywhere?
No.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Apparently it was at Lakefront. Yeah, it was at Lakefront.
It's all over the place. Yeah, it was at Sendix up in Whitefish Bay for a while. I think they're doing a diaper drive.
Do they give you anything?
That's cool.
No, you give them diapers.
That's cool.
Boxes,
That's got to be.
boxes of new diapers, not filled ones.
A couple of Wednesdays ago, they pulled up on water in Michigan just as I was leaving Swinging Door after having a hot dog. It was so damn fitting. I'm like, the Wienermobile right after my hot dog day.
Does the Wienermobile actually give out hot dogs, or
That's what I was wondering.
Unfortunately, not.
It definitely used to. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just like a thing that you look at now. I didn't smell any hot dogs when I was
think
there.
not even a T-shirt, nothing.
They had the wiener whistles, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Those are kind of cool. They look like the
I
wiener.
should have taken Daniel, but he was obligated. I bet you would have lost.
I bet next time it'll be around. I'm pretty sure. Seems to.
Who designed that?
I believe it was what's his face from Brooke Stevens from Mequon, Wisconsin, right there. Yeah, along with that other goofy car he designed.
Well, he designed a lot of goofy.
Well,
cars.
the Excalibur was the goofy.
Yeah, that was.
Looks
So,
like
all right, we're digressing.
Oh, and the plant on Highway 100.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. So I was in Paris, and I don't know how Molly and I ended up wandering into a wholesale candy maker, and then bags and bags of candy for you to buy, and then their calendar on the wall was Excalibur. And I don't speak...
The sword or the car?
No, the car. And I don't speak enough French. Molly couldn't figure out how to tell that guy that those were from Milwaukee. I'm like, that's from my hometown.
Yeah, they used to make them right on Highway.
Yeah, Highway 100.
Yeah, that was a
Ford
funny
Thunderbirds, weren't they? Most of them.
I don't know what the base of them was.
I think a lot of them were Ford Thunderbirds. I think they did do a couple of Corvettes.
Could be.
They're uglies.
They were. Well, 1929
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Yeah,
ugly.
Yeah.
total garish. Like, oh, look at
It was
mine.
like from here to that wall long. And
Yeah, like a Tim Burton Batmobile.
pretty much.
Yeah, in that zone frame.
I heard you guys mention you guys have been hit by cars multiple times.
Not we guys.
No,
that
just me.
guy.
How many? You've never been hit? You've never been hit?
I have run into a car once, but that was sort of more my fault than the car's.
Once.
I've never actually been accosted and run over by a car.
I've
been bonked.
I've been hit pretty hard 3 times.
Oh my god!
2 other times minor bumps, but yeah, one was Superman flying through the air. That was pretty scary. Another one, an Uber driver turned in front of me, so I popped him pretty hard. The other guy twice on Locust Street, on either side of the bridge. Another guy turned right in front of me on my Smitty electric, just after I converted to electric. So I slid up onto his windshield, stared him in the face, and slid back down. And it was a piece of shit Chevy Cavalier. The look in this guy's face was sheer horror. I'm certain he didn't have a pot to piss in, and I was so mad. I'm like,
Too bad that it was a traumatic experience for you, because you could have rolled and just elbowed that windshield just a little bit and it would have broken real good.
It wouldn't have mattered. That car was such a piece of junk. I know the guy didn't have any insurance. It was an old dude. I'm like, just go home.
I've never been hit myself. Luckily, I came really close one time to a FedEx driver. I was riding down Humboldt.
You could have retired.
And the FedEx driver just came, he almost sideswiped me. I was like right next to his truck, and he just started merging over into the bike lane, like right into where he was trying to park. And I just started yelling like, hey, I'm here. And then there's traffic cones there. It was like doing the construction. So I narrowly missed a traffic cone and the FedEx truck by like an inch on both sides, like at the very front end. I was like pedaling super hard to try and get through, and it was really close.
I did have to.
I'm glad you didn't get hit by a FedEx.
I did have to punch a MPS bus one time too. The guy turned right in front of me, and I was going fast, so I stopped and I punched the window, and there was someone sitting there, and they freaked, and then the driver slammed on the brakes, and I was just. But what is today, guys?
Punching buses day. I love
Mardi Gras.
Fat Tuesday.
What?
Hello.
Like 2 days ago.
Hey, well, 2 day in internet time. It's
shouldn't drink so much beer. It's not good for the baby.
What happened on Fat Tuesday, guys?
I don't know.
You had to drive my car home.
Oh, is that when you broke your foot all off? That was Fat Tuesday.
It was Fat Tuesday at Raisin Door Mountain Bike Park.
That was probably 11 years ago.
11 or 12.
11 or 12 years ago. By the way, let's take a minute and listen to this.
Big Sexy. I'm down here in New Orleans, and I lost my voice. So I gotta make this quick. 1 week till Mardi Gras. So I will not be calling in next week if you do that, if you do the record next week. But I'll try again the Tuesday after that. My plan is simple. And I'll tell you what I've been telling everybody else. I'm in New Orleans, and if I'm still in New Orleans the Tuesday after Easter, something is very wrong or something is very awesome. So that's what I'm going to leave y'all. Having a blast. A little broke, yes, but a couple things fell through for me for the pre-Mardi Gras, but post-Mardi Gras is going to be awesome. Love you guys, and I'll check in soon. Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, Big Sexy. Cheers to Big Sexy.
Just so you know, Big Sexy is riding a Schwinn tricycle around the United States, trying to hit as many state capitals as he can.
Like riding from state to state?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
On a Schwinn tricycle.
Hit 33 maybe or something.
Something like that.
And he
rode basically,
to New Orleans?
Yeah.
yeah. It's basically the shittiest Schwinn tricycle you could buy.
It's under $200.
And he has his own pace.
Yes.
It's slow.
Yeah.
It's not.
Because we met him
Schwinn.
at the ferry and rode from Bayview up here to River West. And it was, you know, I mean, you can't.
I would say it's actually unicycle
I mean,
pace.
we did tow him for some of it.
Oh, I'm thinking
No.
lower.
Half unicycle speed.
I rode it around the block at Bremen. Actually, I did not. I circled the corners at Bremen. I'm like, there's no way I could ride this.
I rode it around
yeah.
the block and thought I was going to die.
I went down the block and then U-turned, and I'm like, yeah.
But Big Sexy, awesome.
I tipped my
thanks
damn
for calling
hat for that.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for
Jeez.
calling in. Hope we hear from you next week. And I hope Mardi Gras goes well and you don't have any jail time.
Does that happen in Mardi Gras? I bet you they just-
Probably not.
Yeah.
They probably give you a free pass.
Well, there's always the one person.
suppose.
Just don't be that one person.
Here's the thing. Kona's at it again.
Another buy one, get one?
No, this is a 50% off one.
Oh.
Guess what kind of bikes?
Carpet fiber?
No.
Fat bikes?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah, they've got the WO, W-O, which was like $17.99, now $8.49. And they have the WO. Oh, it's got two O's. I don't know how they say that.
Woo! Probably woo.
That was $2,500. Now it's $1,250.
And can
What
you
are
get a
they-
frame set from them? Or is it just bikes?
You know what? It came up right before the show, and I went to the site, saw that was a real thing, and looked at them and saw, but I didn't see if they were selling frame sets because I don't know. Even if you could buy just the frame set, unless you already have a bunch of fat bike stuff, this is a hell of a deal.
That's incredible.
And it goes till March 1st or until supplies run out. And I'm
Wow.
betting that extra larges, Justin, go
Justin's
real
a
quick,
tall guy, guys.
real quickly because that's
Here, stand up. We can
that's
do
the
this
bill
because we have
for-
cameras. Justin's he's over there. He's
I was hoping that you would be like short enough where he would just peer over your
yeah, right. It's pretty close.
Yeah. So
Basically.
I am vertically
what are you,
challenged.
6'2" or something?
6'5".
6'5".
And-
Holy mackerel!
I got these shoes that have like 1.5
Yikes.
like soles, so it makes me look
His head's probably out of the shot now. It's
Yeah, right. You probably is.
tall
It is.
guy.
It appears to be complete, folks.
Ah, okay. Well, JK's on the plan.
One by 12s. What are they? Drivetrain are they running?
Oh, well.
on the fancy one, it's a nice setup.
Is it wireless?
Oh, it can't be wireless. Not for that.
Yeah, that would be.
10.
Here we are playing with the interwebs.
Yeah.
10.
So, Justin, you also have an internship, right?
Yeah, I'm working at Hazy Performance Systems in Mequon, Wisconsin. I'm their bicycle engineer intern.
Kitchen.
Yeah, so far it's amazing there. Love my coworkers. I love working hands-on with product that gets sold to consumers, specifically in the mountain bike kind of category of biking.
Sure.
So we make high-end mountain bike components, including brakes, wheels, suspension, handlebars, stems, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And it's under different brands, right?
Yeah.
Manitou Fork.
Wheelsmith spokes.
We don't do too much with Wheelsmith anymore.
Sun Ringley.
Sun Ringley and Reynolds wheels. So Reynolds is their carbon fiber wheel line, and then Sun Ringley is all alloy.
Yep.
And then the Manitou suspension. So we sell forks and rear shocks. Yep. We have our Haze brakes.
Got a bunch of them.
Yep. And then Pro Taper. Handlebars.
Pro Taper. Okay.
I love the 2020 Pro Taper. That's my favorite bar. It goes. Yeah, and they originally were like 680 or something, and then they were 720. I think they got them a little wider, 780 maybe now. They got a little flex out on the end. And with my old man hands, it's like nice having my hands not like super aggressive position like mountain bike,
but
more like
fatigue too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's on my fat bike and on my more toury bike. I still like regular handlebars for mountain biking, but just don't do that much anymore. I don't want to break my shit all up.
Tell me about it.
Speaking of Kona, I'm nearly done building a custom Kona for myself.
What did you go on?
I got a Kona Process 134.
Was that from their sale, or did you just get a bro deal on it?
I actually got off a pink bike. I got the frame set off a pink bike.
Oh, copy that.
And
yeah,
then,
they do. They have like a marketplace, right, where you can buy stuff.
It's actually kind of like a go-to spot for bike components I'm finding, because you can sort by new or used, or like you can sort by the newness level of their component.
Is it primarily mountain bikes, or do they do just about anything?
You can sit down and make me nervous.
Towering over you,
right,
as he was.
So you'll be pummeled.
But yeah, it's
JK is indicating that
we've made it
to the top of the hill.
To the top of the hill.
I don't know. We could just hodgepodge. I do want one of those tour buses, though. We got the last of the Distill pack, and that's the only one I haven't tried from it. Justin's got it already. What do you think, Justin?
It's really good.
This is what is it?
I'd rate it. Out of 10, I'd rate it 8.
All right, it's a double dry hopped Hazy IPA.
I'm really liking the double dry hopping that a lot of, especially the next door neighbors do.
Yeah. What's the new Fluffy's a double dry hop over there at Amorphic Brewing, right? Where we'll be convening after the show.
I will control my chaos.
Seriously.
Oh, there it goes.
We said to be careful, and
that was almost a guy.
At least it wasn't.
There you go,
me.
JK.
At least it's on camera.
There's two things that are great. One was me and that, then it was on camera.
No, it
didn't. Bring the carpet cleaner next week, JK.
Strap that to my fucking.
he rode in with the rear wheel of his Surly. How's that thing? Low side.
That's to. Did you see my? I don't know if you follow it that much, but my post on Chris Kegel. So
I did not, but I'm trying. I'm trying this beer right now.
Is it good? I haven't had it yet. So Noel, his son, posted a really nice, tribute to his dad.
You okay over there?
Chris Kegel.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was doing one thing. I didn't even notice.
Chris Kegel is the owner of Wheel and Sprocket. He passed away of cancer. And Noel posted this, it's been 7 years and it's really hard. And one of my first times that I ran into Chris, and I'm coming around to you, I had my brand new Velocity wheel strapped to my back because I was riding back from Ben's where I took the wheel building class. And Kegel pulls up next to me on a recumbent electric trike.
Yeah.
And he's like, nice wheel. And I'm like, thanks. And he's like,
you know who he was right away?
I did not. It took me a second. I'm like, I know this guy. And it was more, I know this guy from the commercials when I was a kid.
Right.
Then, oh, wait, I know you from riding around. And when I was one of the sausages for Oscar Mayer, wait, who did the sausage? Clements. I shook your hand and shit. But no, and it was the first electric bike I'd ever seen, electric recumbent, because he took off like a rocket. It was so funny. He looked back at me, he's like, I'm cheating.
He was certainly into recumbents.
Yeah, he was.
No doubt about it.
He had the beard for it, too.
Yeah, did he?
He sometimes had a beard.
Sometimes had a beard.
Big mustache, though.
All right. Hey, one more thing in the show notes, just because it's here and I'm looking at it. When I was at the post office the other day, dropping off some eBay sale, probably a Surly Tug Nut or something like that, sending it off to Maine or somewhere where they like tugging on nuts. I saw an Urban Arrow. Are you familiar with those? It's a cargo bike, long, semi-bullet-looking
Never
thing.
seen one in real life.
It was cool.
Yeah?
The guy said that he sold one of their cars. This was his attempt to never buy another car again.
Fair enough.
He had 3 small kids. They were none of them in it, but it's got a, if you look it up, the links in the show notes, you could see that it's not just a straight up box. It's got some angle to it. So it's really big.
Seatbelts and stuff too, right?
Yeah, and you can fit 3 utes in there.
There's seatbelts on a bike.
Yeah.
Inside the box, which is between like you and the handlebars and the front wheel, which is way out by the fireplace over there, kind of. Look at that fireplace. Is that ambiance or what?
You just feel the heat.
I know. That's from the lights.
Oh, could be.
We're gonna be much more ambiance-ish down the road.
Okay.
So this is the last time,
Ambiance?
I believe. First of all, it's the last time we're going to use this layout and that camera. The whole idea was to see how cheap a camera would actually make it worth doing. John Schlick watched and said, "That's not as bad as I thought it'd be."
There you go.
There's a lot of motion detection.
That's a high phrase. Yes. Well, that is what
I love that.
So
I was like, wow,
No,
I'm
you're
moving around a lot, aren't I?
Yeah, you're going to be disappointed next time, though, because I turned that off. I did not realize. So you can turn off the timestamp. You can turn off the Wyze logo, which it's like I
No
knew
free
that.
advertising, baby.
I just didn't know you could turn the green squares of death off. But did you watch it?
Yeah.
See, if people are watching this.
As I said, and I didn't realize they said it last week on the show, I have a face for radio.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't understand what you were talking about, and then I'm just like, oh. Then I figured it out.
So last week of this setup, I'm going to 90 the table because it's going to make it better for video. I mean, we set this room up originally just to do audio, so it didn't really matter as much, but it needs to be 90 degrees.
What if you 45 degrees?
What if you 45 degrees? See, that's sort of a weird thing when you do that. No. So we're going to evolve how we're doing this. This is probably the last time.
Just lose the table altogether.
What if you 315 degrees?
Whoa.
Just like, whoosh, that's an engineered speed.
What if we could have it start rotating as we're doing it? It's in the round.
That would be cool. I'd go for that. I was looking for something that would raise and lower the cameras too, like.
That's called a drone, Greg. We just have a drone flying.
By the way, the guy that was filming the thing with the commercial and the deal and the arched window and the 1000 North Water Street, inside the courtroom, he's flying a drone, and that thing was so freaking loud.
They're ungodly loud.
Well, I mean, it's right over my head. It's like sitting right here. And it was like, my hair was blowing all like.
I never felt so much joy was on Brady when this guy had like a little personal drone and me like, and just like flying it around being a pest and whatever. And this one guy,
probably illegally flying this.
Whatever. It was like the toy version, like the $20. Zing.
It was almost more dangerous.
Oh,
if
hell.
you don't have your Part 171, you're kind
and
of
this guy came out of the bar and he's just sitting there having to smoke going like, if that thing gets in near me, I'm going to crush it. And sure as shit, it just buzzed his tower, and he just went, Schmack! Destroyed this shit on the sidewalk.
I'd like to do an experiment.
You have done that for so many people.
I'd like to do an experiment. Badminton racket versus drone, squash racket versus drone, pickleball racket versus drone. I think tennis racket's going to be drone.
Oh, it's going to be totally worth
I'm just
it.
wondering which will do more damage.
Tennis racket.
No. Tennis racket you'd go get good distance.
So
I don't know about damage.
While we were sitting there, I just got a text message that
baseball bat. Yeah.
Bikes are for lovers. State Bike now has buy one get one half price.
Get the fuck out of here!
So looks like everybody's hurting now, and now oh my God, they have a Kansas City Chiefs bike. These guys got marketing down to a fucking science.
That they could do it that quickly is really something interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Unless that's just a concept they drew up on the confuser.
Wow.
But yeah, if they can do that, produce it, and have it here that quickly, that's impressive. That said, is that 50% off?
That looked like one of the bikes that had 50% off.
I don't know. So now we get more people devaluing my inventory.
Right, you're 420.
What a perfect year to get out of the bike business.
Wait, I got one more thing to say because we're running late. But did you happen to watch the Who's the Bike Farmer? What the hell's that guy's? The
Bike Farmer.
Is that the Bike Farmer?
Yeah.
Did you see the electric scrambler at the bike swap?
Oh, no, I got into the bike swap one, but I haven't gotten through
Okay,
it.
well, of course, you know who's riding.
No.
It's
DaveLunds.com.
who rides a fat bike with a banana seat on it? Help me.
Art Peterson?
Him too, but no. Trek engineer.
Oh, with the mustache and the wood bike.
His name was Greg, I believe.
No, not him. That's the other guy.
And
the guy
Pabst.
that always runs with lawns, and we know who he is. I'm drawing a total blank on his name.
Dave's what?
He does the motorcycle salt flats. Anyway.
Ziegel?
Thank you.
Pat Ziegel.
So they have a sign on the bike while they're cruising around, and it's $420.69. I'm like, oh, you're just totally got me state bike.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Was it a fat bike?
No, it was a Raleigh Scrambler, like an old school
Okay.
that they added an electric hub to.
Nice. Huh.
Yeah, it looked like fun.
Oh, it does sound fun. All right, I got more Pat Ziegel stories, but they're going to have to wait till next week. Thank you, everybody. Video show number 2.
Thanks for coming, Justin.
Thanks for having me on the
That
show,
was
guys.
a little much.
Justin's like, I don't know what I got myself into.
Books.
Yeah, we'll do this again next week with upgraded video capability. I think next week we're going to go iPhoning. What?
Apple juice?
I'm feeling sick.
We're going iPhoning. Maybe.
Drinking the apple
I don't know. I had another idea. Well, I'm kind of going in steps because I got 3 beautiful Olympus cameras that will eventually be the main thing, but the Mega Cart's not actually built yet that will have those on it.
Gotcha.
2 of them are going to be on arms like this, so we can move them around like that. Move them.
We're in a room that 4 of us can barely fit in. Where are we going to move them?
Into that.
Whoa, yeah.
How's this thing doing here? This is never here. It's like here, not there. It'll be in the other room.
All right.
Right next door.
Gotcha.
Probably. Yeah, when we get around to it. All right.
See if we can show people. What's over there?
Next week, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.